Today we are going to discuss a sensitive topic. I've been noticing that this topic has been trending in a lot of different social groups, and I also find this very interesting because, excuse me, it's like when I already have different things that's on my mind, different things that I'm trying to process, and when I see other people talking about it and expressing the same exact feelings that I have towards the same subject, it lets me know, okay, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. So I'm not, crazy for feeling like this. It doesn't make me weird feeling like this. Like, you know, I just know that I'm not alone in what's been on my mind and how I feel. So this is the thing. Okay. So what we're talking about today is, and I just had to take a deep breath because it really is a sensitive topic. I know for a lot of us. Some of us are able to discuss and talk about this, freely, but for some of us who still are trying to work out those issues, it can be very hard. So today what we're talking about is, why is it so hard to get to a good healing process with your family, you know, predominantly your parents. Why is it so hard to get to the point where you're able to communicate them about the things they did to you and how it affected you, the pain that different situations have brought you from them? Why is it hard to discuss, different feelings or just different things that you need, different things that you feel like you should be able to get off your chest or express without feeling any type of backlash, when instead, we were taught and raised that our parents are supposed to be our safe home. But for a lot of us, and I hate to single us out, but especially people of color, for a lot of us, that is truly not the case. Um, Many of us grew up in a tight fisted home, especially if you're an 80s or a 90s baby, 90 babies. A lot of us grew up in homes where we were not able to express how we feel, express, different desires. We would get talked about, laughed at, some beat on, abused, mentally and or physically. Um, some were sexually assaulted, and were not able to discuss those type of situations that happened to them. And when you start having children, okay, before I even get to that part, when you start growing, transitioning from young, child to teenager to young adult, there's a lot of different changes that you go through. You go through a lot of different situations. You will learn a lot of different things. And then one day you'll find yourself just sitting back, just thinking about everything that you went through in your childhood. You'll think about good times. You'll think about bad times. You'll think about sad times. And you'll also think about those confusing and those painful moments. And you will stop and think, you know, maybe I should have done this, or maybe I should have said this. And why did they make me feel like this? And did she really mean this when she said this? Or why did he do this? Why did he, you'll find yourself just asking so many different questions. Now, some people are lucky to get older and actually talk about these things with their parents and actually grow from it. Some people are lucky to sit down and be able to have these healthy communications and say, hey, you told me that I was ugly multiple times as a child. And it really messed with my insecurity, and it still does. It's something I'm still trying to heal from. I need you to understand how this affected me. You know, some people are able to have those conversations and sit down and actually get the helpful feedback that they need from their parents in order to move forward. But then you have some where you'll try to express to them what happened to you, what hurt you, the different situations that still bother you 10 to 20 to 30 years later. And instead of them taking accountability for what they did, instead of them acknowledging, your pain. Instead of them apologizing to what they said to you, they'll gaslight you, they'll talk about you, they'll make you feel like you're crazy, they'll make you feel like what you're talking about doesn't make any sense and don't question anything I did to you because everything I did for you. They'll really try to make you feel like you need to just get over it. They'll tell you, well, I did my best. And in some cases, that may be true because this is the thing. I don't even believe that half the time. Sometimes people really don't be doing their best. They just don't. Like, we're going to be honest here. Some people do not do their best. Because if you really did your best, the reactions that come after the fact would not be what they are, if that makes sense. So let me give you an example. If you truly did your best raising me, right? If you truly did your best as a parent, what's changing? Why are you not doing your best now? Because parenting does not stop when you're 18. I don't know why families think that. I don't know why people of color families think that. Parenting is for life. That's why you have grandparents, great grandparents, great grandparents. You do not stop being a parent. I don't know why y'all feel like when kids turn 18 that you don't have to be a parent anymore, because that's not the case. We all know that even when you turn 18, you very much so still need guidance, and we all do. Nobody has the secrets to life. Nobody has like all of the secrets, right? Nobody has the rule book to having the perfect life, because it doesn't exist. Now, this is the thing that really bothers me. They'll tell you that they did everything they could for you, right? And when you get older, they just push you away. And I'm talking about some parents, not all, right? But you will have some that just completely push you away. Just move on. They're fine with not talking to you. They don't maintain the relationship. You will find yourself being the one maintaining the relationship. If you did your best, why did it change after I turned 18? It's because you were done with me. Let's just be honest. You were done. You were done with me, and you just want to move forward with your life. And to not be honest about that, I know it's wrong to say, but that's how you feel. Because if you truly were doing your best, then doing your best shouldn't stop when I turned 18. In this case, I would take it as in you did what you needed to do or felt like that you needed to do until I was 18, right? Doing your best. When you're a parent that loves your child, wants the best genuinely for your child, then you will do everything you can to be the best person that you can be. And I'm not talking about, material things. I'm talking about being there, reminding your child always, I am your person. I am your safe zone. I am here if you need me. If you need advice, we can always talk. I'm always going to be here. You don't ever have to feel like I'm not there for you. That's what a parent does. And if any of you are wondering, I am a parent also. So I know my child stresses me out just like any other parent child situation, right? But I genuinely want the best for my child. And imagine, I could not imagine my child being out here in this world and I'm not talking to her and I'm not checking on her, making sure she's okay. I couldn't imagine her starting from the bottom like I did, like struggling to climb myself on up to the top, because people like me, we have to work twice as hard to get half as far. There was some real shit that was said in that TV show, The Dynasty, the new one that's on Netflix, not the old school, but the new one. That was real. We have to work twice as hard just to get half as far. A lot of 70s and 80s parents need therapy. And they do. They need therapy. Back then, when they were coming up, and this is just from things that I have, researched and seen, therapy wasn't a widespread thing amongst us. And then we're my generation is just, heading towards the therapy line. But you still have a lot of people that refuse it even when they truly need it. Also the education. Because it's not just therapy that we need. A lot of us lack education in a whole lot of different areas. When you educate yourself, when you know better, you really do better. So it's important to educate yourself in all areas. And that goes for parents and children. Parents, when you educate yourself, when you get therapy, when you really come up with a guide to yourself on how you're going to be the best parent that you can be, it'll help you to become more mindful. Kids should be able to express to their parents how they feel. Kids should be able to reach out whenever they need something, even if it's just a listening ear. I was reading this story where this girl had said that she had attempted to open up to her mom about the pain that she had caused her because she wanted to talk about it. She felt like one of the best ways for her to get healed from it was to talk to her about it. And she said that her mom made her feel like she was crazy. Said, tried to convince her that the stuff she was talking about never happened. And she don't know what she was talking about. And it amazed me on how many people, I mean, it was like hundreds. It amazed me on how many people came back and had same, if not similar stories. We got to do better. We have to do better as a whole. We are creating emotionally unstable, emotionally unavailable, confused, hurt people. And these people are going out into this world in different positions, creating more emotionally unavailable and emotionally unstable and confused individuals. We have to draw the line somewhere. If you're a parent of the 80s and the 70s, don't ever feel like you're holier than thou. Don't ever feel like you can't own up to what you did. If you hurt your child, I know it's got to be a hurtful thing to hear, but you got to do it. That's a part of being a parent. That's a part of you teaching your child accountability. How can you teach your child accountability when you're not even exhibiting it yourself? How does that work? It doesn't. It's ridiculous. You know, a lot of things that happen. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a little nasal and my allergies is really messing with me. But I reflect on a lot of things that happened to me in my childhood. And I always tell myself, I'm gonna do this differently. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I can honestly say there is a few things that I have actually started out doing right now. And I really pray. I pray all the time that God molds me to be an amazing, blessed, forgiving, and leveled mother. You have to really pray about this often. Whenever you feel yourself getting overwhelmed or upset, you got to pray about it. There's different things that I want to implement in my parenting to my child because I don't want my child to feel like how I felt over the years. I don't ever want her to know that pain. I don't ever want my child to know the 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 feeling of depression and anxiety and the pain of not having a safe place. I don't want her to know that. And she's not going to. I even it really helps to have a supporting group. When you have a supporting group and you express to this supporting group, but you have to have this supporting group with like minded people. When you express to this group your desires as a mother, whether it's mother and fathers in the group, you have to make sure that your desires align so you all can remember to hold each other accountable. It's so beautiful because we talk about these things. Even, aunties, other family members, uncles, grandparents, you know, we talk about these things. And we all just want to do the best that we can when it comes to parenting. But and parenting can be hard. It can be very frustrating. And very frustrating, especially when you have little to no support system or you're a single parent. I don't give a damn what nobody say. And I am a single parent. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Being a single parent is hard as hell. It's difficult, very hard. The only people that is not hard for is the people who just give absolutely no ifs, none. Those are the only people that is not hard for. But for people who have, excuse me, y'all. But for the people that have goals, ambitions, needs, wants, desires, all the people that work hard every single day, that dream of providing this better life for themselves and for their child, it gets very hard. I know it does. It'll get better though. It'll get better. I do know that. It definitely get better. It's just I don't know what it's gonna take. And I'm interested to hear y'all stories about your situations with this. I invite you guys to email me. We can make videos. I would love to bring on some more guests. I would love for you to leave your stories down in the comments. When you share, when you open up, it helps you feel better, and it also helps and inspires someone else. You make good connections when you open up about different things that have hurt you, that have traumatized you. You'll be surprised of the kind words or the kind things that people will do for you that'll help you become stronger. We all need a village. We all do. And we're gonna keep continuing to talk about this. This is gonna be a very sensitive topic, but it has to be discussed. Parents, we don't want to keep we don't want to maintain this generational curse. Your kids should not be afraid to come and talk to you. Why would you want that? Your kids shouldn't feel like you really don't care about them like that. Parenting is hard. It's not easy. We know it's not. A lot of you guys have been through traumatic experiences, and sometimes, unfortunately, it gets taken out on the child. But that child didn't ask to be here. So you have to take a deep breath, relax, meditate, pray, and remember, God chose you for a reason. He chose that child for you for a reason. And you have to love on that baby. You have to give them genuine love, unconditional love. You have to show that mommy is here for you. Daddy is here for you. Mommy is here whenever you need me. Daddy is here whenever you need me. And of course, you're not gonna be perfect. Nobody's gonna be perfect. But what we not gonna do is continue to mentally and abuse our children. What we not gonna do is ignore when they get sexually assaulted or not listen to them or believe them when it comes out that they've been sexually assaulted. If your child comes out the closet, as LGBTQ, why would you disown them? That's horrible. Your child needs you as your number one support person. That's horrible to disown your child over their sexual preference. And it is what it is. I don't give a crap if you think I'm tripping. It's not. You think I would disown my own child if she came to me and told me she was LGBTQ? Hell no. That's my baby. That's my baby. I don't care what the hell my baby decides to do. As long as she is educated, which she will be. So, and then and while we're talking about that, also with interracial, I know a lot of people don't like interracial dating. They have their own preferences. But what you cannot do is force your beliefs onto your child. You can teach them all day, you can educate them all day, but they're still going to make their own decisions. But as a healthy parent, what you have to do is love and support them through it. You have to let them know, babe, okay, now you know how I feel about this, but if you're still choosing to do this, mama's still going to be here for you. I love you. You have to communicate that. And you can't just show actions. You have to tell people that too. People need to hear, I love you. I care about you. I miss you. I am here for you. That has to be heard. You can't just expect somebody to know that. No, you need to tell them that. It's pretty interesting, y'all. I tell you, I don't know. Like, I've met so many people that have really been through some stuff with their parents. And I have some that haven't really gone through that. They're very blessed, very blessed. But it's like when you have a traumatizing childhood, it really spills over to your adult life. You find it hard to maintain friendships at times. You find it hard to maintain relationships. You can find yourself just being mentally off in different areas of your adult life. And it's things that you have to heal through. And it takes time. Healing is a journey. It does not happen overnight. I wanted to talk about this before I turned into bed tonight. This topic has really been on my mind these last couple of days. And I keep seeing it. Like I keep seeing it, I keep hearing it, and it's something that I keep talking about. And I'm like, you know what? We gotta talk about this. It's something that we gotta talk about and we gotta keep on talking about it. And we're gonna talk about different ways to help release that anxiety, help release that depression, because you don't have to stay like that. You're not going to stay like that. It's gonna be changed. And we gotta talk about different ways to accept an apology that we may not ever hear. Some people may get an apology. Some of us may not ever get an apology. And you know what? It hurts. It really does. It hurts. But we still have to remember that we must heal through it. We must get through it. And we shall. And we will. Oh, man. Okay. Well, you guys, I'm going to cut it off. But we'll be back. This is going to be a segment for sure because there's a lot of similar related topics with this. But don't be afraid to inbox me. I'm sorry, not inbox me, Lord Jesus. Send me an email. Send me an I'm gonna put my email in the description box so you guys can message me, and we're gonna go from there. And you guys have a great day. I'm sorry, y'all already know, but y'all have a great day. I will see you guys on the next video. Leave your comments below. I'll be definitely looking and we'll be responding. And I hope you all have a great day.